Hey Renee, I'm back. And yeah, I have another book haul. I do know I said in January that I wanted to buy less books this year and kind of like read more books I own. And yet I had like three, well, not three, yeah, I've had a book haul each month so far. Um, yeah. But like, I work in a bookstore, so I get like a discount for my books. And also I can either use discount or have like a discount that I have like as a just kind of a member of like the store club. So I get a discount anyhow, and there's a lot of cool books out there. What I have done actually, well at least like this fall, and I feel like yeah most of this year I feel like a lot of time I've been buying books that came out last year and books that I haven't bought yet, so that I don't own yet. So it's not the newest books. Not that that matters that much, but yeah, it's not like shiny books. Yeah, also yeah, it's not. It's books I've been thinking about buying for a while. It's not like shiny books because sometimes I also do that. You just can't buy books randomly. No, this is books that I kind of really very much want to get to. And yeah, some of these are also sequels, so like they would work in like me keeping up with series. And yeah, let's get to them. As of now, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do a two-part or one-part, but at least I have two bags of books here, so I'll do them in this video and then I'll see when I'll post it. But yeah, I think it'll be before April anyway. And yeah, so first we have, yeah, actually, first we have this one, a Norwegian book. Yes, sometimes I read Norwegian. But it's not a Norwegian author. It's Carol Matthews, and the original title is "The Only Way Is Up," and so it's directly translated "The eneste veien er opp." So yeah, the same title in Norwegian. And yeah, I kind of been seeing it around in food stores, but I kind of think like that looks cheesy but fun, and you know what, I kind of want to check it out. And I've read some Carol Matthews before, and I like her books enough. That sounds weird. Uh, I don't love her books, but I enjoy them quite enough. So like I pick her up now and then. So yeah. Then we have English books. So yeah, most of these are English books. There was just the one exception. And then we have A Million to One by Adiba Jagirar. So this is a book all about uh, a heist set at Titanic, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, if I'm not quite mistaken, but yeah, I mean, like I'm pretty sure that it's not a fantasy series. It's like it's a historical heist series. So they're all like, yeah, it's set in the 1910 or 1912 when Titanic went down, and this gang of thieves and whatnot are gonna steal something on Titanic, and yeah, quite excited to read it because yeah, it looks so fun. And also like heist at Titanic, just so cool. So yeah, Titanic did happen, and it's a real historical event. And the last book I read that happened at Titanic, the main character died. Spoiler alert, but yeah, they did at the very end, like at the last chapter, but still. And like for my part, I never like people but die in my books that I read, even if it's in the last chapter. Because like if you're gonna set a book in Titanic, and then you're gonna have the main character die. It's like why? Then I feel like you can just write a non-fiction book because yes, a lot of people died at Titanic, but some people also survived. And like just having people go to the Titanic and then experience something and then survive. That's a cool story. You don't need them to die. But I suppose, yeah, we don't really know if they're gonna survive or not. At least I suppose some of them could die because of Titanic. But yeah, it's not really. It's not specified in the in the summary, but still, a heist at Titanic just sounds so cool. And I've read the other book, well, one of the other books by the same author is Honey and the Issues Guide to Fake Dating, which I loved. So yeah, think I very much love this one as well. And then we have The Frog Squad by Kayla Chow. I'm thinking it's cool. And yeah, so this is also a heist, but it's an adult heist story. But yeah, it's a debut book, adult heist story with these people who I think set in Singapore, set around Singapore. Anyway, like all I kind of knew and like wanted to know was like the title and that's a heist story. That's kind of all I wanted to know. I don't really know that much about the story, but it in itself just sounds so cool. So yes, have it. And then we have a literally miscellany, everything you always wanted to know about literature. So yeah, non-fiction book about literature, which yeah, I always buy non-fiction literature. Well, all the books about books, if it's fiction, non-fiction, what have you. And yeah, might pick this one up for non-fiction in November. Might pick it up for April because it's a World Book Day. I'm not quite sure, but now I have it anyway. And then we have, sorry, Disability Visibility, edited by Alice Wong. So it's an essay collection about people with different disabilities and their experiences. And I've heard lots of good things about this book. So yes, I love that I have it now. Love that I have it. Like, yeah, I buy it myself, so it's not like, yeah. But anywho, and then we, sorry, and then we have a book from last year. As I said, not a lot of these books are from this year. They're last year's books and before. But yeah, A Lady's Guide to Formula, A Lady's Formula for Love. So it's historical romance set around the STEM community with at least the woman being into STEM, which yes, I love. Yeah, I know it's kind of weird. Me, like in school, I hated science and maths and mathematics, but like in books, I think it's fun to read about them and stuff. But I suppose it's kind of tennis to me. Like I enjoy people who because there's still kind of this stigma, this idea that girls are just about languages and we're too stupid for science. Which there's quite a lot of people, a lot of girls and women who are great in science. So yeah, and then we have, give me a moment, Partners in Crime by Alicia Rai. So this is a suspense, I think it's a spy romance, or like spy suspenseful romance. And yeah, just kind of, yeah, thinks might be cool to read this one. Check it out. And then we have Agency for Scandal by Laura Wood. So this is a historical YA book, which I love historical books, and also historical YA. I feel like there are quite a few of them. I feel like there's more of them lately, but I feel like they're still like, kind of like, I suppose you have sometimes you have historical YA with like with fantasy elements stuff like that, but just historical YA, that's kind of rare. And this one, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, sometimes you have like historical romance books, but this is just a historical book. I think there's romance in it, but I don't think like it's a romance book with a big R. And yeah, really all I want to need to know, like this cover is just so cool and historical. I need it, so yeah. Then we have This Severed Thread by Leslie Weather, the second book in this trilogy. Yes, I know it's a trilogy, so that's been confirmed. I suppose maybe we should write a spin-off series, but this this is part of the first, well, at least the confirmed trilogy. So it being the second one, it already actually is the penultimate one, next to last one. But still, yeah, love the first book. So very excited to read this one. Fight the witch, kiss the witch is the tagline, which works if you. I'm not going to spoil you, but yeah, it works if you know if you read the first book, you know kind of what's going on with that. Probably know that. And then we have Eris, apparently, by Diana Ma. So this is a YA contemporary story set in high society Asia. So kind of Crazy Rich Asians, but like for YA audience. And I think it's kind of also been slightly compared to Princess Diaries, so I'm not quite sure because I think she's like the main character, or yeah, I think the thing is that uh, yeah, okay, so there is like family secrets, but yeah, because I'm compared to Princess Diaries, I thought like first, how is it Princess Diaries-ish? But then I read the summary and like, okay, yeah, I can kind of get it. But yeah, so there's some family secrets, and surprise, the main character is part of a big Singaporean rich family. So yeah, seems like a cheesy fun book to pick up. And then we have moment, Toil and Trouble, 15 Cents a Woman and Witchcraft, which I love witches. And yeah, so I've had some witch books before, but like I'm kind of going through them and kind of want to buy new ones that I don't own. So yes, good book for Halloween. I suppose you can pick it up whenever really, but yeah, great to own it now. And then we have Eurovision, A History of Modern Europe through the World's Greatest Song Contest by Chris Best. So I'm participating in the Eurovision-a-thon, which is happening from April to May. And so kind of in that association, kind of like, and also like one day there wasn't really a lot going on at the job. So I was like, okay, is there any cool Eurovision books to get out? I felt like this exists. And so I bought it, and then I kind of when I bought it, now only I can just see like so it's just kind of a few pages. It's just kind of like kind of like 3-4 pages on like every year's winning song and stuff like that. But still, a fun little read. Might check it out during Eurovision-a-thon, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit before. Not sure, but yeah. Then I also have another Eurovision book that's coming out in March. I have on the way, so that sounds cool. That's a fiction book set during Eurovision. And then we have Eternally Yours edited by Patrice Caldwell. So this is a paranormal anthology with romance stories. So yeah, a nice thing to pick up if I'm in the mood for it. And the authors behind it is Chloe Gong, Anna Marie McLemore, Casey McQuinson, Sandy Manon, Marie Rotuksky, Sarah Gailey, yeah, a lot of people. So yeah, right. Love me some anthologies. And then we have just 2 more books at this point in time anyway. So we have From Bad to Cursed by Lena Harper, a second book in this series. I have the first one, which is Payback's a Witch, and this is the second one. It's a companion series, so yep. And then we have 6 Times We Almost Kissed and One Time We Did by Tess Sharp. So I love The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp. So this is the second book, if I'm not completely mistaken. So yeah, it's a YA contemporary read with sapphic romance in it. And yeah, that's kind of really all I want to know about it, really. So yeah. And yes, that's my little haul for right now. And yeah, not all of them were sequel stuff, but they are books I want to read soon. And yeah, anyway, yeah, reading and buying books, two different hobbies. Yeah. And yeah, as always, if you have thoughts on any of these books that I talked about, if you have cool books you bought lately, please talk to me. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Yeah, welcome to my part 2 of this book haul. And as I suspected, I have more books. So yeah, I went book shopping today and yesterday, and then a few days ago. So here's a few more books. So first we have the newest book I bought, which is Friends to Keep in Art and Life, which is just kind of from the series of like art themes where they take, like it's out on Twitter now. It's just kind of like they have take art and then they kind of add text to it. So yeah, it's just kind of like a book you breeze through. But I very much enjoy art, and sometimes you just kind of need a little very quick read that you read in like 10 minutes. I suppose maybe you can read them in like half an hour if you've been distracted, or if you like you looking closely to the art and like analyzing and stuff. But you can read it quite quickly. So yeah. And then we have the Mammoth Book of Losers. Over 2,000 years of epic failure and underachievement. So this, as you might have guessed, is a non-fiction book about failing and losers and like people who try to do things that didn't happen. Examples: the briefest career in dentistry, most inept executioner, worst poetic tribute to a root vegetable, etc., etc. And yeah, I found this in a used bookstore, and it just looks so fun. So yeah, excited to have it. I think I might save it for non-fiction November, maybe before. I'm not sure, but yeah, no, only anyway. And then we have How to Be Perfect. The correct answer to every moral question by Michael Schur. He's the creator of The Good Place, which I have not seen. I've seen minutes of the first episode, but I've seen a whole episode. I haven't seen much of The Good Place, but like I have seen it from like memes and stuff. But yeah, so this is all about like moral dilemmas and stuff. So Beck says, it's not always easy to determine what's good or bad, especially in a world filled with complicated choices and terrible advice. So this kind of gives you like answers to like difficult things like, how much money should I give to charity? Can I still enjoy great art if it was created by terrible people? Which I suppose it's a thing that you often like think about nowadays. And last but not least, which definitely made me like buy the book. Should I punch my friend in the face for no reason? What? I mean, yeah, that's definitely quite a hook. So yeah. Then we have two more non-fiction books. These one in Norwegian. En en sangbok om alt du ikke vet. And kind of the same thing, so doing the same time. And ytterst en sangbok om dyrenes verden. So as you might have guessed, this is QI books written by the QILs in Norwegian. It has a foreword with Stephen Fry, and this one has, well, one of them, moment, I'm just gonna check. No, that was the other one. Because one of them was quite funny. One of them has like, moment, no, I was just mixing up them, mistaken. One of them has like two words by Alan Davis, but might be wrong there. But yeah, I love QI, and I also love No Such Thing as a Fish, the QI podcast. So yeah, excited for these books. Then we have, give me one moment, books here, which are a bit more a few days ago, but yeah. So the first one is Ark, but still. Vinterferie by Janne S. Drangsholt. Drangsholt. And this has actually also been translated to English. Her books are kind of described as like Bridget Jones, but just in Norway, because it's kind of like, well, I suppose it's Bridget Jones in the way that it's funny, but like the main character in these books, Ingrid, she has a man and a family. She has a man and she has kids, so she's not like looking for love. She has love. She has a job. She's just kind of more like looking for like stability and like she's dealing with stupid co-workers and kind of stuff like that in a way. And yeah, so this is the fourth book in the series. For a long time, it's on trilogy, and then I got a fourth book. And yeah, I love the first three, so yeah, very excited to read this one. This one is coming out in May, and it's been described at the back as like the great summer book. Well, like it's called Vinterferie, like the winter vacation, so it's kind of weird that way to call it the Great Summer Book. But yeah, I mean, maybe they think like it's going to be a big seller in summer, which I probably think it will. So yeah, and then we have Superwoman, Gender, Power, and Representation. So therefore, maybe like I might read this for March, and now March is more or less over, but still, it's just a cool book to have. So yeah, non-fiction book about gender and gender roles and pop culture, but also mostly comic culture. So yeah, happy for it. And then we have 36 questions that changed my mind about you, which is about a book about like a few years ago, 10 years ago, years ago. Anyway, it was like this deal where the New York Times published 36 questions that was supposed to like, if you ask anyone those, like a stranger, after answering these 36 questions honestly, you can like fall in love. So that's kind of like this idea, like, can you fall in love with a stranger after just 36 questions? And yeah, so this is actually a middle grade book based on that idea, which is kind of interesting. I suppose, because I was sure that this concept of like 36 questions had like someone wrote a book about it, and I googled and I could just find this. I was so sure that someone like there was an adult book wrote about it, but maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, there's at least this book, and yeah, curious to get to it. And then we have The Pickpockets and the Gargoyle by Lindsay Eager. And this one, honestly, it's kind of a cover buy because I saw it in the bookstore and it just looks so cool. And then I read about it, it's like, okay, so it's a middle grade kind of like story with thieves and stuff. And kind of, yeah, it looks whimsical and fun. And yeah, here for it. Then we have Being a Witch and Other Things I Didn't Ask For by Sarah Pascoe. Oh yeah, Sarah Pascoe has apparently written a non-fiction fiction book, which I didn't know before. Like I was bored one day at work and like saw like Sarah Pascoe and like, oh, she's a fiction book as well. So yeah, it's a fiction teenage book about a teenager, and she's also a witch. So yeah, here for it. I love Sarah Pascoe. I love witches. So yep. And then last but not least, we have Sex, Power, Money by Sarah Pascoe, a non-fiction book all about sex, power, and money. So yeah, so that's kind of yeah, that is the book haul for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have thoughts on these books, please talk to me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.